I just called my girlfriend a little bitch. Oh, it's getting really tough with her. She's been saying some really nasty things to me. And I'm going to tell the lawyers. When we talk to lawyers, I'm going to tell the lawyer I want to live with Dad all the time and only come visit you. And she says to me, one night for bedtime, just go to bed. I wish your biological father drove off a cliff with you when you were a baby. I said, well, then you wouldn't be here. She said, that's okay. I don't want to be here. No, I wish I was here, and I wish you weren't. My 5-year-old. So we just had her on my lap this morning. We're just talking nice. I had my dress on, so I was getting ready for our lives today. But she was doing up the buttons, and I just got overheated. And then that touching, then I got sent into the meltdown, right? It was overload. I'm overheated. She's not listening, and she keeps touching me, so I had to get her off my lap. And then, of course, it gets turned on me, right? And then she's ignoring me, and then I cried. I had to turn my back and just try to catch myself. And she's like, stop fake crying. Like, so nasty. It's not me. It's triggered my little. But what they're going through, what she's gone through to be acting like that, to say those things to your mom. Where she learned those things. Stop your fake crying. Right? They've heard messages from other adults in their life that I just fake my pain. I just use an excuse to be lazy and all that. These are messages my children have been given about their mother. So they've got pretty much zero respect for me. We're building that up again with people that give them the same messages that you need to respect your mother. You need to listen to your mother, right? Your mother is there to keep you safe. Your mother is only thinking of what is in your highest and best interest. Your mother is thinking about your future, not just the moment. Mom's trying to be your mom, not your friend. Because you're going to have lots of friends, right? I take my role as mom very seriously. And there's been such interference that my poor children, right? What did they do to the relationship my children have with their mother? We're trying to repair that now, but, you know, when habits are set, right? I call in all the help. I've made the lists of how to do each chore, but they refuse to do it the way I've laid out. And then it would be easier, right? Because it's about efficiency. That's how I see it. It's not about being lazy. It's why put in this much effort when you don't have to? It can be more efficient. And then you've got that energy to put elsewhere, right? Usable energy, right? I'm just trying to run my ship, but it's been so ingrained in them not to listen to mom. You just do whatever you want. And then, like, I can't physically move them. We've gone through yelling, asking nicely, bringing in recruits, and they just go disappear to their rooms, you know. The one lady come for a home visit as one of the booster sessions from the SNAP program with Seth, right? She was here Monday, made a deal with them, cleaned the room. She's coming back Monday. Yeah, he's done a little bit in there, but not much. He's grounded from the TV, but yet he still goes and sits in front of the TV until I find him. And then I say, you're supposed to be, you know, you are grounded from the TV. You're not supposed to be. You're grounded from the TV. So then he gets his attitude like it's all my fault. And that's what I get, this whole turnaround, right? Which kids do. That's normal. But with all this extra added stuff. I'm getting more worried about my body these days. And I'm trying. I'm releasing that. There's no try, only do, right? So I put it, try to ground it out, try to recharge. I mean, I'm getting into the time where it's supposed to be my, cleansing out. Here we are, full moon. It's all this releasing time. So here, I haven't had a crying video in a while, have I? I don't know. I used to start out crying. One girl. It doesn't mean my boys mean any less to me, right? But just the one, right? So you think, right, 3 boys, at least a chance of one of them to come back to visit me. Like 3 chances at having a mother-son relationship. I only got the 1 chance at the mother-daughter relationship. So my mother-daughter relationship wasn't like I thought it was. But I can't make up for that with my daughter. That's not her responsibility. She just needs to be her little beautiful self. Not what I dreamed for her to be. That's her to dream her own life. That's something that I've tried not to have dreams of what I want my children to be when they grow up. I want that to be theirs, right? That's up to them. So I just want them to be happy, loving, peaceful people that are respectful, that live with their integrity, the basis of the grandfather's teachings, truth, love, humility. Well, that's this love, respect, truth, courage, humility, wisdom, love, respect, truth, courage, humility, wisdom, knowledge. So it goes. Something like that. Anyways. I was triggered. I was overheated, right? Still in the morning. Second tea, so only the second dose of medicine, only halfway through, my little 1/4 teaspoon. The other, half a teaspoon. When I finish this, there's a half a teaspoon of my medicine in me. Oh, it hasn't all kicked in yet. What makes me more susceptible. Right, plus we're cleansing out. And that's not the kind of relationship I want with my children. I don't like yelling. My little doesn't like yelling. Never mind yelling, even in the talking like this, right? Having that firm, harsh voice. But we do need those sometimes, so okay. I can do that. Well, I can, and I can yell and stuff too, but then what that does to me afterwards, what that does to my kids, and I think, really, when it comes right down to it, I traumatize myself more than my children, and then I'm projecting that. And they're fine. Right? They say in the developing brains, those children, like, when they get that attachment and you hold them and they feel safe with you, the further they feel safer to go explore further, right? So I thought, well, that's a great thing. My children are so secure with how much that I love them, and then I can keep them safe, that they can explore really far from me, right? Maybe it's one way to look at it. Instead of, no, they don't need me, they don't want me. Well, I know they need me. There's though sometimes, honestly, I do feel like they just don't want me. But then that's a natural thing too, because Mom doesn't give all the games and the treats. They have to, work for them, It's not just any time. Here you go, just because you're cute, because I want to be in your good books, because I want to be your friend. Here's your candy, here's all the games that are inappropriate for you to play, that build up more frustration and violence in you. And That addiction. Gabor Mate put something on about not introducing those screens to kids too soon. It interferes with the brain's development and producing dopamine, right? Help producing a dopamine shortage, I think, which can lead to other addictions because those things hijack your dopamines and make those come out more addict, right? So are my children being set up for addiction when there's addiction in our family, right? Excuse me, sorry. Thank you. Look, see, just talking to you. Thanks for that love and support. I appreciate that. I hope you feel mine right back at you. I'll do a reading after. I'm hearing some voices in there. Seth has got up, and yeah. When I talk, like, the worst thing is talking, and they don't even look at me, and I ask a question, and they don't even look at me. I mean, that's the worst thing. That's the hardest for me, because that's triggered. There's been a lot throughout my life where I've just been ignored. You know, so the bullies in my life and stuff. Sad to say, there's been family members and stuff too. Not all. Couple that, you know, be talking, I would just get ignored, right? And it might be fun for them, maybe, because then I would listen or whatever. Probably part of the autistic things in me, maybe. You know, you just get ignored until you freak out. And then they make fun of you, like, oh my God, look at the way she carries on. And it was like, you were ignoring me. It's a huge one, right? So I've had that happen so much. Be talking. And even right to my, like, as little, right? So when we're kids too, kids can be so cruel like that. Oh, do you hear that fly buzzing around? Oh, do you hear that fly buzzing around? And I'm a human being. And then I would feel like I can't get upset about that. Like somebody, so they're allowed to ignore me because theirs would be louder than me, because I'm one that would give in. Because if I yell and say that's hurting me, and then somebody yells at me back, I'm like, oh, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want. No, don't yell at me. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, you can ignore me. That's okay. I'll just, you know, I know God never ignores me, right? All this and just being ignored by my kids. I want to talk nice with them. I don't want to be yelling, and it's hard to have a nice conversation. I love to talk with my kids. They're beautiful beings. They got such interesting minds. We learn from our children too. Mine have been not to talk to me. And then I reinforce that with this without knowing, right? I don't know what they've been told on the other side to make things look true. I've mentioned that to them, right? Maybe about doing work for mom, that moms can't be pleased, right? So when you do something and I've asked you to do the dishes and you go, straighten up the boots, and then I go, but you didn't do the dishes. Oh, mom's never happy. I straightened up the boots and she's still not happy, right? So, right, is it that I'm not happy with the job that you did, or is it that I'm unhappy you didn't do the job I asked you that I needed you to do, right? So, and that's how, see, I've been working with this. If it's that gaslighting thing, whatever, constant doubt of yourself, changing the way somebody else looks at you and thinks of you, that even my own children, right? Because that was one thing I was always very confident in, was my mothering, being a parent. Probably, aside from addictions and stuff like that's what I studied and prepared the most for. I've been studying parenting and trying to figure out how I was going to raise my children, or making that plan. Loose plan. I make loose plans. Since high school. Well, even before that with my Cabbage Patch dolls. I only had the one. My other dolls, too. And they come alike, kind of nice mom, you know, like we're all girls, we practice on dolls. Maybe not all of us, so I don't mean to blanket, but that was one thing. And then I had those, no, you're too strict. And I'd had And he had compliments on my mothering too, strangers. We're out in the stores when I'm saying, no, you ain't having that, we're out of here, right? Going, wow, I wish a lot of others would do that with their kids or whatever, right? So I was really proud of the mother I was. Listen to me. Because I let them take that away from me too, and I began to doubt myself. My abilities as a mother, and am I the best thing for my kids? Am I just gone too nuts? And I can't even help myself. How am I going to help others, right? And I can't help myself if, sometimes we need those spaces, right? How can I put on the oxygen mask if it doesn't drop down from the plane, right? If the plane doesn't have the oxygen mask in it. I try and squeeze in my time. There's Women's Circle tonight, so I definitely will be going to that. I have to get on this because this helps too, and sharing that, hopefully that if anybody else is feeling this way, you see you're not alone. We can work through this together. And and I'm not always like this. I make those shifts. I ground my roots. I'm going to go outside and do the reading today. Liam's got an appointment coming soon here. What time is it? 9. Yeah, they're coming at 9:30, so he sees Nicole. So I'll get on a little after. I'll get on for that. Begin Within live too. Begin Within live on the Facebook. Right? Hey, this is careful, right? I'm sad about it, I'm sad about that, and then everything comes out, right? Because I was just thinking, my daddy just got for chemo, but this is a releasing time, so if anybody else is feeling this too, I mean, it's happening. It's a big, major shift. We're not the only ones, right? We are affected by those other planetary bodies out there, whether we admit it or not, or it's just the facts. More and more facts. Anyways, clean that off. Okay, shall we draw a little card? Which card shall we draw? Let's do a Wild Unknown Tarot. Okay? Let's see what that is, because we're going to do the other one after, right? I'll do my regular one softer. There it is. Wild Unknown Tarot, okay? There you go. I'm crossing my legs, get them on the floor, put my feet on the floor, get my roots down there, and release. Thanks for listening. I feel better after that. I really do. Until I go talk to my kids again, I get ignored some more, and then it just stirs up. It's like this emotional roller coaster here. It's not good for the kids either, but hey, we've been trying to do fun stuff, and even me putting in that fun stuff, they still refuse to do the other stuff here. It's kid stuff, but to extremes. It's too extremes. And it's too extreme. There's no balance. I hear a squeal in there now, so sat through a remote and hit Ariana in the face yesterday, and then she gets tough with them, so it's just gone. It's aggression. I myself am not a very aggressive person. I love you. Aww, did you hear that? That was my little text thing. I recorded all of them saying I love you, so I got them each on a notification thing, so my phone. All my kids saying I love you on there. It's beautiful. Okay. Let's see what falls out. There we go. 2 of Cups. That's love. That's the Minor Arcana's Lover's card, they say. Also in the Major, or the Medicine Woman Tarot, it says friendship, right? It says friendship. Where does that come? We talk about that too. We need to love ourselves first. We love ourselves first. Then we know when we are being loved, right? Connection, love, romance. We have a connection. I love you. Thank you so much. Beautiful friends. Say hello to the much adored 2 of Cups. When this card appears, you can appreciate new love to be heading your way. And yes, this usually means romance. But but sometimes it points to the birth of a dear and lasting friendship. Either way, the connection between you will be pure, honest, and solid. Open your heart and get ready. Wouldn't that be nice? I keep praying for that. But it's just a friendship there right now. I'm scarred. And that's okay. Love like you've never been hurt. You know what? I go for that a lot. That's been my favorite, saying for a while. And I'm finding it more difficult this time. I never been hurt quite like this. So, but I'm still going to do it. I'm still open to it, right? Just need some of the patience. How about you? We got to love ourselves first. Give that love that he, she never got, okay? And I'm here for you, sending that love to you too, and that support. All right, thank you so much for being here for me too. And love you all. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Therapy Thursdays. What do you do for therapy? Okay? This is great for me. So, maybe I need to call my counselor too, maybe. Yeah, thought about that too. Well, if that comes, right? Sort it out. Always check in here. Daily guidance, right? Hey, that Wingish Nime has some great wisdom. That's what I tell my kids. Eh? Look at how I'm watching The Wise Woman again. Actually, anybody that does readings, have you ever watched them back as an observer and like you're just somebody watching? Take yourself out of that. I find that very cool. Because a lot of times when I'm doing my readings, I'm not really thinking about what I'm saying. When I try and think about it, I get myself lost. But when I just let it flow. So it's interesting when I watch it back and pick up the messages. I guess that might have been standing out for myself personally. It's kind of cool. Anyways. Love you all. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being you. Shining your light through in everything you do. Because you know this world needs you. It's a much brighter, more beautiful place with you in it. So thank you for being here. Biggest heart hugs. Ever you beautiful divine beings. Have a wonderful, blessed day.